All right,
Okay.
so we're doing non-figure of the year first?
Yes.
All right, so my pick for non-figure of the year was the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ultimate Tatsu.
I almost picked this.
Now, we're not talking about Yoshi Tatsu.
I hope not.
We're talking about Tatsu. I have this figure in hand. I'll
Omas's
admit.
tag team partner?
I haven't even opened it yet because I'm moving, blah, blah, blah. But the fact that we got this figure after what? 30 years? 30 plus years. Like he should have had, even, when they made the movie Turtles a little too late, we should have got him. And they've been making NECA movie Turtle figures for years. And I feel like this was the last guy we needed, and they absolutely nailed it. Interchangeable heads. He's got the foot soldier mask. He can, hand over to Shredder or whatever.
That's cool.
I'm not even judging the packaging, but the actual figure is fantastic, and it's a must-needed character. If you collect turtles, I know turtles have, they've made some crazy guys in the cartoon series.
Yeah.
Even in the movies, didn't they make a Kevin Eastman movie figure, and he's in the deleted scene?
Yes. Yeah.
Which I appreciate.
I didn't get that one.
Tatsu
I
is
didn't
needed.
get that one.
Tatsu is needed, and that is my choice for non-wrestling figure of the year.
Almost picked that one.
My pick,
Yeah.
I omitted myself from this because I didn't buy
You did
one
that last
figure
year.
that wasn't a wrestling figure this year. Years past, I was into the the NBA starting lineups that lasted a hiccup. I guess I bought that Aaron Rodgers McFarlane, which I'm excited about, and I wish there were future releases. I'm hoping for like a Mets McFarlane figure for me to kind of sink my teeth into in 2025. But this year, just there was nothing, so I can't. I didn't want to fake it. You know what I mean?
Got it. I would appreciate that.
All right, so for mine, this was very difficult, and I'm thinking about my room, and it's maybe a quarter wrestling, So I have a ton of non-wrestling figures: Star Wars, Marvel, a huge Marvel Legends section, a lot of Star Wars stuff, NECA Turtles, and I had a hard time with this thing because there wasn't a lot of NECA Turtles. I didn't get a lot of Star Wars, not that they weren't released, but, just didn't get a lot of Star Wars Black Series. Wasn't really slowed down on Legends because I'm really only getting X-Men and stuff. So I had a hard time with this because there are some hot toys released this year that look like mini human beings.
Right.
So when you're talking about the best figures of the year, I felt like I just kind of had to something that I loved, something that I thought was a great execution, and I went with this 50 anniversary edition Wolverine and Sabretooth 2-pack. If I only have to pick one, I would say that Sabretooth. I think it might be the best Sabretooth ever.
Wow.
But I just love come on, everybody knows sort of Logan in the hat and the jeans. This
I actually don't. I was about to say this doesn't. I've never seen this before. I don't know what this is from. Nothing.
Oh, I mean, this is a street clothes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty iconic.
Street clothes Wolverine in the hat and the jeans. He's kind of walking in Canada. That kind of stuff. But the rivalry between him and Sabretooth is one of the best feuds in comics. So
That's
this is
the
just
OG looking Sabretooth.
right. Exactly. Wolverine has the cards. It's very posable. It's one of the only sort of Marvel Legends X-Men that I got this year. This just wasn't a ton that I needed in my collection. So I just thought this was great. I think a lot of people thought this was one of the better Marvel Legends of the year. So that's what I picked.
All right.
Cool.
And
the major mark, the fan vote. This one blew me away, guys. They voted for the non-figure of the year.
What? No, this is some
Silent
kiss ass shit, guys.
The
I appreciate
Major
it, but-
Bendy's Silent Bob. The
In
fans
a world
voted.
where Heath Ledger Hot Toys was released, Joker Hot
Yeah,
Toys.
come on,
this year.
guys. Very, very cute, very brown nosy, but thanks.
I mean, it is a great figure.
It's a great Bendy, but come on.
An honorable mention, not only for me, but from the major
And
marks.
actually, Buddy Christ, I think blows it out of the water. So here's the
Yeah, well, the Mr. Freeze, that McFarlane Build-A-Figure Mr. Freeze. I almost voted for that, but then to me, I thought it's a Build-A-Figure. I don't know if I can count that as figure
Wasn't
of
that
the year.
a very close runner-up to this?
It was to this one, but I don't think that counts as a Build-A-Figure.
It's tough because you can't just outright buy it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But guys, Major Marks, I appreciate this.
Little
I
too
don't
much.
agree, but hey, I'll take it. Silent Bob, Major Bendy's,
Ridiculous.
black and white,
Non-wrestling figure of the year.
non-wrestling figure of the year.
Nice.
Hey,
All right.
as voted by the fans. I love that D has that as voted by the Major Marks. So very, very important. D, what's next?
Least favorite figure of the year. Worst figure.
I hate that picking this because I just felt sort of bad for it. But
sometimes things need to be said.
sure.
This is the one that D disagreed with me. He said it's not released yet. I said if people own it in 2024, it's released.
Okay.
I picked, and let me explain why. The top picks: CM Punk,
Interesting.
all black trunks, black knee pads, black kick pads, no deco. I picked this. Listen, I understand.
What?
It's accurate. Like he wore this gear at a house show.
Right.
Does that mean you need to make a figure of it?
I think when you return after 10 years and being this legendary performer,
I disagree.
like I think they're trying to.
I
What
think that-
outfit is he going to wear that they're not going to make? You know what I mean? They're just going to pump these things out.
Bro, they could put that Royal Rumble
That's
figure.
coming.
I think they could have put that here. This, I think, was just what they call in the Bay is a cash grab.
Okay. Do I think somebody at Mattel was licking their chops that there's no deco hits?
No
in the trunk?
deco.
Right,
And listen,
I mean,
I'm
yes,
thinking,
but-
you know what I mean? My nephew included. Kids got this for Christmas. They don't know that he wore this at MSG.
right.
You know? They're getting a CM Punk, black trunks, black knee pads, black kickers. You take that T-shirt off, bro, what is this?
I
And I understand it's historically
for
accurate.
2025. Can we kill this packaging? This is the worst Mattel packaging of all time.
Yeah, listen, I understand.
They
it's
switch
just-
it up a lot, so
But
I would guess.
Dude, if Ringside from the Vault stuff and Legends can have a full window, like, come on, this is ridiculous.
yeah, what are the boots? You're missing such a huge part of
it's
it, right?
rough, dude. It's rough.
But I'm not even voting based on the package. I'm voting based on the figure. I know it's historically accurate. I believe this is the first Go to Sleep, or is it not?
No, the Ultimate Edition
Okay.
for Ringside Collectibles.
So what do you mean by people own this but it's not released? How does
It's
that
out.
happen?
Ringside shipping.
No, because it's a 2025 product.
Oh, okay. Come on, D.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, come on, not by our rules. Ringside Collectibles sponsors our podcast. It counts when Ringside gets them.
Okay.
But yeah, listen, if you're a CM Punk fan, I understand you need this. It's cool. It's from his match at MSG. I'm thinking as a kid, what these top picks are designed for. A parent's gonna buy this for the kid, and the kid's gonna be, what the fuck is this?
I
That's
see
all
what
I'm
you're
saying.
saying, but I respectfully disagree. But
That's fine.
All right, Brian.
my pick is Rush Collectibles, Chris Van Vliet. First off, that packaging and that picture, like a distorted art. Like he's a bit more handsome than that.
Yeah,
That's
he's a
pretty
very
rough.
handsome
Yeah.
man.
That's pretty rough in the first place. And then the neck.
Looks like a Simpsons character.
Yeah,
it
the
looks like
neck on
the
top
lawyer.
of the tie is just automatic, unreal. And then just the aspect of like, how long did this take? People thought basically this company shut down, they stole their money, and they were never going to get this figure. There's a lot of, and Chris is doing great stuff, man. He's the #1 wrestling podcast going
Right.
today. Like this is, he deserves better, I should say.
I agree.
So that's why I'm picking this. If I have to say something nice, I'm blown away that he did start to ship it to people and people got it. So I didn't think that was going to happen.
Well, I also picked Rush, but I picked the other Rush. I don't know. What are we doing here?
This one, and look, I have no proof of this. I don't, but is he really like? Did he sign the French Angel or his family? Because I'm curious about it. Or did he just make this?
Right.
Like where are these royalties going?
Yeah.
Very question.
Well, anyways, yeah, come on. Do we need
Allegedly.
to-
Let's put that in
let's.
there.
What did the major marks think? Because not even a wrestling company.
The major marks. They have voted worst figure of the year. Rush Collectibles, Chris Van Vliet.
Neck on top of a tie mold.
Well, the
Pretty
tie not going up to the top of the shirt is weird to me.
Okay, that too. If you can't see from this photo, but the tie just floats on his chest,
But yeah, then the neck is on top of the
and then the neck is on top of the collar and the tie, which couldn't make less sense. But let's move
Yeah.
on.
I'm glad it's out. Chris deserves better.
Like I said, I thought this guy folded and disappeared into the abyss and was stealing everything.
He's packed. Hey, by the time this podcast drops, we'll know what him and his
boy.
his buddy Mitch are up
It's a
to.
video game.
Oh my god! All right,
Next category.
Micro Brawlers figure of the year.
Micro Brawlers figure of the year. This one was tough for me
Same.
because I don't actively collect Micro Brawlers anymore. I still love them. They're behind me, as you can see. Can you see? So I really love them. I love what they're about. I love what they represent. But this one is really, really cool. When I saw this, I chose the Big Van Vader as Darth Vader. To me, this is a no-brainer. Look at it. I mean,
We can also just say I picked that as well.
okay.
Oh, all right.
My two loves, wrestling and Star Wars combined.
Yes.
It's Vader
I
time,
think
but
if
Darth
that's
Vader.
your deal, right? Then you're all in. But otherwise, it's just coincidental. They both have the same name. That's it. It's not like
Yeah.
No,
nothing
but,
else is really.
Well, let me tell you why I love this, right? In a world where micro brawlers used to be super, super hot, maybe they're not as hot as they were. People aren't like completing the collection anymore. I think it's really neat that you'll just get a random AEW character or an indie character sometimes or a random classic character. I think that's cool, and I think people collect that, right? But where I think micro brawlers can really make some interesting things is this crate system, right? I don't know the legality of advertising this Vader one.
Oh
right?
no, yeah. I mean, that's genius. Yeah.
But they don't advertise it. You
Yeah.
just get it in the crate, and if anybody
we
gets
don't get
mad,
it at all. So I
And
think
you
that's very
can't
fun.
you can't cease and desist something
Yeah,
that's
it's
already,
already
been
got- oh.
ceased.
oh, sorry, we
Right.
won't sell them anymore.
Right.
So my favorite one I think from the previous year was the Kevin Nash Super Shredder for
Right.
the same reason. And yeah, it really hits me because I love both of these things, but I would love selfishly to see more stuff like this.
Oh.
So
All right.
D.
Well,
One
my
second, Brad.
pick-
I'm sorry. Tom's wrestling collection. Can we pull this up, Mark? He says he wants to know D's worst fig. D, can you make figure dissecting this week or next week your
cool.
picks?
D might have filmed the next 50 episodes already.
Well, can we make?
Top
I just
five
want to.
worst of 2024.
No, I just want to see D's picks. Can we do an episode, a bonus of your picks, D, for 1 week?
On worst figure?
No. The same categories, just your choice.
All right. Yeah.
I would love to see that, D.
That would rule. That
That'd
would
be
rule.
rule. Yeah. All right, Brian. I'm sorry. You go ahead.
All right, my pick for Micro Brawl of the Year is
Oh, come on.
Nana.
That's pretty great.
And a lot of
Pretty
this is just like my astonishment that Prince Nana is as relevant as he is in professional wrestling in 2024. Hats off to this guy. I saw him have a dark match at Nassau Coliseum in like 2000, so pretty unbelievable. Like epic that he's reached a popularity of this proportion, and I guess I'm proud of him for that, you know.
He
And let's
nails
say something
everything. Nails all the segments. Nails his
Just
role.
commitment.
He look. A lot of wrestlers sell that coffee. He's like synonymous as the coffee guy now.
Yeah.
He's doing so well at that. So yeah, I agree with you. I can't wait to get a Jazzwares Nana figure.
Yeah, that's
also,
the next step, right?
extremely toyetic person.
You know what?
you know.
I believe in 2025 we do get a Jazzwares Nana,
I think no question. Yeah.
right?
But that's what's so great about micro brawlers. They can get figures out before Jazzwares. Like
Yep.
they got
Also
the
cool.
the acclaimed out first. The
Mark Sterling out first.
Mark Sterling. Well, Jesus Christ, everyone got Mark Sterling out first.
That's true.
Yeah, geez.
But that's why I love micro brawlers. That's why they still hold a special place in my heart. And listen, you're going to have some more major micro brawlers to get to your collection. Don't worry, folks.
Oh
we
yeah,
ain't
we
done.
do need to have a little brainstorm.
Maybe another major crate.
There you go.
What's next, D?
The Major Marks.
The Major Marks voted for David Arquette.
I saw this. This is pretty cool.
This is a cool one.
This is
cool.
great.
It is cool.
Holding the Scream mask.
Also
Again,
as
I'm
a
not sure how
wrestler.
legal that is.
He's got his
Basically, his
tattoo.
only like, if you were to meet him as a wrestling fan of David Arquette, it's like his only thing he can sign for you, right?
I believe
Yeah.
there's a bloody variant.
Besides a DVD of Ready to Rumble.
Yeah. This is really cool. I love this. Very, very cool. I like that a lot. David Arquette. I'm going to text him and say, you won, pal. Now sign with fucking Major. Jesus Christ.
Nice.
What do you got next, D?
Well, speaking of Major, the next category is Major Figure of the Year.
Ooh. Now, last year was Major Bendies, but now we have expanded to Big Rubber Guys, which is our bread and butter. Major Bendies aren't done by any means. They're just kind of, they're in the back seat. We're still making them. And Big Rubber Guys, where our focus is. However, my choice is a Major Bendy.
Wow.
It's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Be a Man,
Oh.
Macho Man, Randy Savage, Major Bendy. Chose this for so many reasons. A, finally getting a Be a Man. This is all officially licensed, okay? This, to me, is what a Comic-Con exclusive should be. Something wacky. The Be a Man. He's got the chains wrapped around him. We got the sticker. The 1 of 500 sticker is the album. To me, this is a home run all across the board. It's sold out. The fans loved it. The Major Marks loved it. And listen, our Big Rubber Guys are fantastic. And I had a lot of them that I had in the back of my mind for Figure of the Year. But I'm trying to think major product. And even though the packaging doesn't really count towards the product, I was counting it towards the product. And that's why I went with the Macho Man, Be a Man album edition, San Diego
Packaging counts.
Comic-Con.
It's a full. It's the presentation.
Yeah, well, that was my pick for Major Figure of the Year.
My pick for Major Figure of the Year is the Big Rubber Guy, American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Wow.
What a privilege to be able to put this out there, right? Proceeds going to Dusty Rhodes Foundation. I think any 80s kid or somebody that grew up, loving Dusty Rhodes, this is like the unthinkable, and we made it happen. Turned out incredible, designed by TTD, sculpted by Brian Beatty. It's unbelievable. So it's just like an honor to be attached to this. We have the exclusive coming up too, so we're not done yet, but just really fun.
This was my runner-up for sure. D, I'm looking at this. What is that number? What is that number you got down there? But
That's the product number.
where do you? I don't even know the product number. How do you know?
I don't know we have product numbers.
I didn't know we had product numbers. That's why I love D.
D, you're the man.
He's the fucking man.
Well, I kind of had. I picked the Road Warriors for mine,
They're good.
but I felt bad about it after because my favorite was the Bloody Ric Flair. So, these were I think the best quality, the coolest.
Well, this wasn't a two-pack. You couldn't only pick one, Mark. You can't
Yeah.
pick two.
We had
Well,
this problem last year when I picked the MJF Punk 2-pack.
I guess I would go Animal then, but really like in my heart I just want to say the Bloody Ric Flair. So not pictured, and this is what I sent to D. So we'll just stick with the Animal, Big Rubber Guys. I mean it's unbelievable, and as you see, the winner of the Major Marks also picked,
Oh, damn.
Wow.
the
Cool.
Animal Big Rubber Guys,
It's
and maybe I was
breathtaking.
swayed a little bit by their pick, but
Yeah, these figures are truly breathtaking. The spikes are literally. You thought a King Kong Bundy was dangerous? You could kill a man with these spikes.
Severely hurt someone with it, yes.
Super heavy duty. Again, D Freedom working, getting this awesome reference shots, so we were able to get the spikes and the boots as accurate as possible, the face paint, the tights. TTD, Brian Beatty, Kinnick, we got this dream team over there at Major making some incredible stuff in 2024. I'm proud that Animal won. It's a
Same.
badass looking figure. We got a lot of cool stuff in 2025, so I'm excited to see what wins next year. Up next, guys, packaging of the year. Doesn't really matter what the figure looks like. It's just the package. Like who got the most creative. Spoiler, it was not the Mattel Elites for packaging of the year. That could be worst packaging of the year.
Woof.
But mine, to me, was an easy pick. It was the Acclaimed 3-pack ringside exclusive. You open this thing up. It's a boombox. You close it. Looks like a boombox. It's got the speakers. It's got the figures are incredible as well. The spray painted Acclaimed. The scissor hands. I think all done up. This is one hell of an exclusive, and it's my favorite packaging of 2024.
This was also my pick for best packaging.
Wow.
Yes. It was like a no-brainer. I barely had to even think about this. There's been some really nice ones, especially ringside Jazzware exclusives. Usually get the most, I think, special treatment, if you will. But this is just, I mean, how rarely do we get 3-packs these days? You know, the Acclaimed had just come off a hell of a run, and exploded in popularity.
And I like how it was Velcro, so it didn't like destroy anything. You could open and close it without destroying
I've seen
anything.
them sign them at conventions and stuff. They were signing a whole ton at WrestleCade. We were there with them, so
Yeah,
very
unbelievable.
cool.
I also picked this.
Wow.
I've told this story before. I remember back in the day.
This I think added to me the sentimental factor of this story added to me.
Yes.
As well.
Back in the day when they were literally just guys who would lose all the time, who would have 4-minute matches on TV and mostly wrestle on dark. And me knowing the wrestling fig stuff and who gets figures and how hard it is, and Bowen saying like, what we'd really like is a 3-pack or at the time 2-pack, but it's the boombox. And I'm me just thinking to myself,
Just an evil smart market
never gonna happen, pal.
in real life.
But here we are. Here we are. So it's awesome. It's unbelievable. Happy for these guys. It's insane to see. Caster always says that crazy thing that of like, one of his favorite wrestlers growing up was Billy Gunn, and there he is.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts too.
In a 3-pack with Billy Gunn.
60-year-old Billy Gunn.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He's got a goddamn Hasbro figure, guys.
And he's more jacked now.
He's more jacked than everyone on this show combined.
Love it.
I'm
All right, what did the major
curious
market
now what the fans picked.
Wow.
Oh.
The fan vote goes to the WrestleMania 12 Comic-Con Shawn Michaels.
Close to.
It's a great one. He's ziplining down.
Top 3, top 5 for sure for me.
I guess.
I like this a lot.
I mean, for me, the packaging is more plain. It's more the pose is cool.
It's just the idea that he's doing his entrance, his famous entrance.
But I guess that all
WrestleMania
counts.
12.
It's part of the packaging.
Right.
Right.
I can see why they chose this. You know what? I don't keep things mint on card, but I'm keeping this one, I guess, mint in box, if you will, because of the way it's posed. It looks so
A lot of major marks got this for Christmas, and I've been posting like their displays and where he's actually just coming down, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love it. I don't disagree with this. What do we got next, D?
Playset of the year.
Ooh, Playset of the year. There weren't that many,
Not
at
a
least
lot
not
to
that I
choose
can
from.
think of. But mine was an easy one, a no-brainer. I went with the WCW ring with Eric Bischoff.
Same. I picked the same thing.
The ring, you get an Ultimate Edition ring, which is great.
Yeah.
But really, you get the Bischoff, and, he's got the NWO shirt on. It's just a perfect Bischoff. And I do love that this version of Bischoff is exclusive to the ring. I like when exclusives mean something. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just a regular
Right, like
figure.
You have to buy this if you want that.
Right, like the previous ring was a Kane. All right, we got Kane's. The next one's going to be Rhea Ripley. All right, we got Rhea Ripley. It's the only way to get this Eric Bischoff. So that's why I voted this Playset of the Year.
Yep.
I picked for Playset of the Year the Knuckle Crunchers set. I'm rooting for this line. I want it to live on. We're already getting a lot of repaints. But I think it's just the most kid-friendly thing that Mattel's put out in a while, and I think it has legs, and I'd love to see it succeed and stick around for a while. So, and I did open a ring with my kids, and it's very child-friendly and pretty awesome product. So I hope
I do love the
wanna see it
spring,
thrive,
whatever they call the spring action.
Right.
The canvas.
It's a piece
Yeah.
of canvas.
Canvas.
It's so cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, the major marks also picked this, right? Yeah.
There we go.
What did you pick, Mark?
I
said.
picked the Nitro ring too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so it's a great play set. The Mini Mayhem, Mini Chaos, Mini Mayhem. Oh, Minakos. I just reading all the
Keep
languages.
going.
Yeah. So this one came with Cody, Seth Rollins, Cena, and Roman. And listen, it's a great little thing for the kids. Has all the accessories, the ring.
The accessories are pretty fun too, and sized accordingly. It's just fun.
Yeah. Catapulting steps are a new inclusion, and all these are based off of WrestleMania 39.
I can dig that. What's next?
Retro figure of the year.
Retro figure of the year, guys. I was all over the place with this. I changed my mind so many times.
This is tough.
With this.
There's a lot.
It's a lot of stuff. And like Dee said earlier, it's not just like Hasbro retro. Like I almost had the Macho Man bone crushing superstars in there. There's a lot of cool stuff out there, and you guys might think I'm crazy, but hear me out. My choice.
I know it was the Smart Mark Sterling.
It was not. That was a great one, but it was.
Year? I thought it was last year.
It was no, because it was right before WrestleMania. I got him in.
Oh, okay.
Because I brought him to WrestleMania for the first time.
Guys, I picked the wrestling something wrestlers Vladimir.
Wow.
Retro figure of the year.
I have this. It's exceptional.
Guys, I mean, everyone who was a kid in the 90s would watch these shows and like, who is this fucking guy? And I think FC absolutely captured his likeness perfectly. We did a Vlad too. Yeah. The Vlad that we did is an embarrassment compared to this. This one is fantastic. I mean, we put in so much effort. The factory just couldn't nail it. They couldn't get the glass right, couldn't get the skin tone right. This FC Vlad is incredible. He's got a removable fanny pack, and the best part, a guardrail accessory. I think this fits in perfect with your Hasbro collection. Yep. He's like in a jumper pose doing the number one. Oh, I love it. You could also like switch it and he's doing like the fist pose. Like that's kind of how our Major Bendy's is.
That's great.
Figure of the year, but I have a tie.
Come on.
Is this
I have
also
a
what
tie.
you got mad
This is a
about?
shameless plug for a broski figure.
I had to make him tied with the Zombie Sailor Heels and Faces. Matt Cardona Deathmatch 2. But guys, I know.
I almost picked this.
Don't vote for yourself. I get it. But this is a work of art. The blood, the interchangeable hands, the middle fingers. This match changed my life, changed my career. Look at that. The blood, where I have all the scars, the boots, the knee pads, the light tube. Vlad is my winner, but he's a co-winner with the bloody Matt Cardona. I broke the rules, but that's okay. Not the Gage, just the Cardona.
I was going to say. Gage, I especially don't love because it's a soft goods shirt. My pick for retro figure of the year. And I thought about this, and this was, like I said earlier, a very tough decision, but I went with Heels and Faces Hercules.
Wow.
It was just, to me, like, if it was 1990 and I got this, I would be over the moon. And I love, unlike most zombies we've seen this past year, it doesn't have the, hands down fist. This is like a body slam pose.
Perfect
It just
form.
feels like a Hasbro, and I just thought it was a really wonderful figure. And I just buried that Gage with the soft goods shirt, but this one like works for some reason. It's cool.
Well, I sent D. I guess I maybe cheated. I sent Power and Glory, but I did not mean that. I did not mean that. I did mean the Hercules. That I meant the two, which is cheating.
Mark's stuttering all over himself.
Yeah.
So if I had to go with one, I would say the same Hercules that you picked. But these are great as well. I think that they're awesome. I think they fit perfectly with the the Hasbros and all that. But also,
repaint that Herc to baby blue and get a whole nother one, huh? Like
absolutely.
Tag team babyface.
It's pushing it, but you could.
I would love a
His hair's little
chain
too long.
Hercules as well.
But give it the chain and give it the baby blue, and you're ready
That's
to
what I'm
rock.
saying. But then also, Smart Mark Sterling came out this year too, so great little retro figure. I didn't pick it though.
What'd the fans pick? Wow.
Interesting.
Guys,
I've never seen this figure in person. I've only
me
heard
neither.
amazing things.
This is a runner-up for me. The DDP Epic Toys. Guys, this is fantastic. Just the packaging, it makes it feel so ultimate.
Yeah.
It also has Hasbro-esque packaging, soft goods T-shirts, soft goods, rib tape. And he's doing a traditional like suplex pose, but he has the magnetic arm so you can do the classic diamond cutter pose. It's an incredible figure. Epic is doing a great job taking over from Cello, which kind of, shit the bed. And seeing where Cella came from with that first Nick Aldis, which kind of started all this, really, right? Isn't that the first of the retros?
Yeah, you're right.
God, you're right. Wow.
And then to see where they've
Seems
come
like
with this
centuries
DDP.
ago.
Yeah, the DDP is an incredible. And look, wrestling something, wrestlers, Zombie Sailor, Epic, they all have a Hasbro shape, but they all put their own flavor to their packaging to make them look professional. Like the Mitch packaging just looks like a dollar store ripoff of a Hasbro. And I'm not shitting on Mitch. One of Mitch's figures, one of his Macho Man's almost won Figure of the Year for me. So Mitch has been doing great stuff. But this retro Figure of the Year for DDP, I can totally see it.
I also thought about picking Mitch for one of the Machos. I thought about the Mark Marrow.
Yeah, I thought about the Mark Merrill, but it's a little out of the Hasbro era wheelhouse. Where
those are the points I gave to Power and Glory.
Hercules
Yeah,
is,
for sure.
It could have been in the line, which excites me.
Yep.
It's a
Next
great
category.
Multi-pack of the year.
Multi-pack of the year, to me, this was a no-brainer. I went with the ringside exclusive Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, the Outsiders, the Ultimate
Same.
figures. I mean, look at this. You get the tag team titles, the interchangeable heads, the hands, the different shirts. And this is the class. To me, I close my eyes, think of Outsiders. This is the look I think of. Hall and Nash, baby, two of my favorites. There's been so many Mattel NWO figures, but these are the ultimate, true ultimate.
Plus
And that's
the
what I
box
love
ruled.
about Ultimate figures, when they are the real ultimate version of them.
Yes.
And this is the ultimate Hall and Nash for me.
2 tag titles. The box ruled.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no-brainer for
I
me.
picked the same one.
I
You pick-
almost picked these,
Yeah.
but then I sat and I stewed about it, and I thought, my pick is literally flawless, and there's not anything wrong with them except a weird discrepancy.
Okay.
Wait, you picked the Gage Cardona 2-pack?
No, I picked the Headbangers.
Yeah, I almost picked these.
Man.
Besides the underwear issue that Broski brought up, which technically is not wrong. Like, no one's playing with these to see the underwear or displaying them where you'd see the underwear. These are flawless. The packaging's very fun. It's something I think. Look, Hall and Nash, first ballot Hall of Famers in multiple wrestling companies. Household names. The Headbangers are holy shit. Did you think you were gonna get an unbelievable Headbanger 2-pack from Mattel?
They almost won Packaging of the Year for me.
Yeah, so I had to give them their due. It's just pretty wonderful and perfect 2-pack.
And what did the Major Marks pick?
Yeah.
There you go. Smart.
Outsiders. Major
All
Marks
Nash
picked
rules, don't
the
get me wrong.
Outsiders. Great pick.
Okay. Next topic.
Exclusive figure of the year.
This was
To
tough
me,
because
It was
technically,
tough 'cause
this is ringside exclusive. So I'm
Right.
like, well, if I pick this for,
Right. I mean, Ringside makes some incredible stuff. There were so many great exclusives, from various different companies. But to me, what I love about exclusives, like I said with that Eric Bischoff in the ring, it's something that is truly exclusive. Like, these Outsiders are cool, but we've had so many other Hall and Nashes. You know what I'm saying? What
this
makes
is how
something
I thought of
exclusive?
it too.
That's
how I made my decision. Yeah.
So I went with the Double J Jeff Jarrett. I mean, this to me screams old school ringside exclusives, like what they used to do, like guys you couldn't get anywhere else, or maybe they came a little later. And Jeff should certainly get a figure main line down the line. But the fact that the only way to get a Jeff Jarrett figure, a modern day Jeff Jarrett, is to get this exclusive figure, that's what screams exclusive to me. Like, all these other figures that Ringside makes are great exclusive. They're great different outfits, great packaging. But this, to me, screams exclusive. And it's a great figure.
Yep.
I almost picked this too. This was probably my number 2. But I think overall, the epicness and the popularity, and again, the execution of it, I went with the ultimate CM Punk ringside
Wow.
exclusive. I mean, a modern fan of pro wrestling, this is such a iconic time period, moment, what have you. I think, stands the test of time. It means a lot to people. So I was like, this is it. And the execution was unbelievable. Do you ever think you'd get a blowing Vince McMahon the kiss goodbye?
Yeah, that's cool.
Punk Ultimate 2024. And I've seen the fan reaction to that. That ultimately, no pun intended, was like what swayed my decision on this. Like people are very, very excited to have this in their collection.
It's a great figure. There's no doubt about it.
For similar reasons that Matt picked, like the exclusive thing, like the way that you can't necessarily put this on a Walmart shelf, but I picked the Tony Storm exclusive ringside.
Okay.
It's so good. It's flawless.
I think it's perfect. The perfect idea is you get a regular Tony Storm, not black and white on the shelf, so people aren't confused. But the wrestling fans, they can get this really cool packaging, really interesting, like vignette style, black and white or whatever, like weird pick figure with the belt, posed, the shoe. It's a great figure. Awesome exclusive, great idea, perfect kind of exclusive. So that's why I picked it.
And how long was Tony doing the timeless? I feel like, listen, it was long enough to get this figure, but not super long. Like they got this out pretty fast.
This was a great
For
time.
Jazzware's time, I think this was like epically fast. Yeah.
Yes.
100%. I think the ringside exclusives are usually a little bit more spot on than the mainline releases.
True.
And then the major marks picked.
Boom.
CM
There you go.
Punk
There you
Ultimate Edition. And listen, it makes sense. It's a phenomenal figure, an iconic wrestling moment. Whether you're a old school fan or a modern fan, you can't
Right.
deny the importance of this moment. So there you go.
Next topic.
Figure line of the year.
Figure line of the year. To me, again, this was like a no-brainer. Like, what is something that I love collecting? It's really fun. And, I'm not necessarily a completist on it, but I have to be because there's awesome Build-A-Figures that makes it even more fun.
This has got to be a clean sweep for us, I think, right?
I went with the Monday Night War.
Same.
And, if you want to throw those Ultimates in there, I guess they technically count. But I was talking more of the Elite Monday Night War. But, I mean, man, it's just so fun. You get some awesome Build-A-Figures, some really cool, unique outfits, some weird characters like fake Diesel in there. Are some of the outfits like obscure? Sure. But if you were, at Monday Night Raw like I was in 97 when Austin stunned Vince, like you need that figure. Or the classic, you know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here, Scott Hall. So I love this line. I love the Build-A-Figures, and I hope it keeps going. It's it's a shame that the Nitro stage wasn't backed. They definitely hoped or thought it would be based on how many of these they have, the ring. But I hope this keeps going for a long, long time.
Was this your pick, Mark?
It was, yeah.
Okay. This was like my number 2, and I thought about it. It's very fun, like all the things you guys said. But ultimately, Mattel Ultimates were just, they're packing so much value and effort into, it's my most like look forward to versions of people,
True.
that I get excited about. And they could put, something like that Asuka in that photo, like they can put the effort and financials into the figure that they wouldn't be able to do otherwise, in any main line. And that's, as an adult collector, that's what I'm looking for.
True. And the major marks picked the Monday Night Wars, yeah.
Wow.
Perfect.
Which
Guys,
is great. And
it's-
I want to see this continue and thrive and, surprise us. Also, I could have sworn a Major Mark sold me the Xbox Chase or a 6 Chase, and I never got it, and I need to figure that out. So if anyone has it,
Is that the one with the thug?
the Thug? I need that. I'm still in the market for that.
I love this set, and I just hope it keeps going. I mean, we got guys like Golga, Disciple, Vincent.
Golga on the way is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Also, like you said, Brian, it does have Ultimates in it, and Ultimates are some great
And
figures. So
literally those 4 pictured: Brett, Piper, Mankind, Eddie. Which the exception of Mankind because I didn't love the soft goods execution. Unreal, like must have Ultimates.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. We'll have to be talking later. All right. So then, what's the next?
Final category, figure of the year.
Okay.
final
okay.
category. Figure
This I think is going to be a little interesting,
yeah,
based on what we've talked about so far, Broski.
This was so tough for me. I will say this: I counted it only by things I have in hand. Like for instance, like that CM Punk is incredible. That ringside CM Punk, but I don't own it, so I felt weird voting for something that I don't own. It's not in my collection. Wasn't going to vote for a Matt Cardona or a major product.
Thanks.
So many cool things out there. But ultimately, for the reasons I'm about to say, I went with the Ultimate Edition Cody Rhodes.
Whoa. Didn't see that coming.
I mean, this is the guy in wrestling. Literally, I'm trying to watch Netflix. He pops up right away. He's the guy, and this is the ultimate version of Cody Rhodes so far. The Mattel Creations Ultimate Cody I didn't like, and I understand they tried to make it different from the Supreme with that soft goods, but I don't think it nailed the detail of the jacket. The detailing of this jacket is incredible. You know, just everything about it. He's got the screaming head. He can do his entrance with the hands, the boots, the weight belt. Man, I just can't say enough great things about this figure. One thing I will say, if I had a nitpick, is like if you're a kid to like unbuckle this jacket and put it back together, and the weight, it's like impossible. I'm a 39-year-old man. I can't
A
even
little
do
bit
it.
of work, and we have bigger hands than kids. I don't know.
Yeah, but to me, this is you said it, Brian. These ultimate figures are truly ultimate versions of the figures, and Cody Rhodes is the guy in WWE. So that's why I picked the Cody Rhodes Ultimate Edition.
I love that figure. And D maybe can correct me on this, but this is representing him at WrestleMania when he lost, correct?
Yeah, this is
So I
39.
think this year we'll get the even better version.
Oh, the next one's gonna have the mask.
And the title, and
Yeah.
it could be incredible. So I think that's going to be
Yeah,
something to look forward to. But my pick,
Well, hold on. Before you do that, I hope that news websites pick this up. Matt Cardona picks best friend Cody Rhodes as figure of the year. I hope that is a headline somewhere
Sean Ross
Oh,
Sapp is
cow.
tweeting it right
this
now.
week. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Brian.
My pick, though, I thought about it. I couldn't think of anything better than the CM Punk ringside exclusive.
Wow.
Chicago made, whatever you want to call it. You know, Money in the Bank 2011. There's no mainline release that I think trumps this. So, your winner.
Well, I guess controversially, I picked the Monday Night War Mankind.
Wow.
Yeah,
This figure sucks, bro.
I don't think so. I do not think so at all. I think this is my favorite Mankind figure.
It grew on me. I will say it grew on
It's-
me.
I
It's not
love
as bad
the
as I
soft
thought
goods.
it was, but it's not.
I love the soft goods. I love when you're talking about Mankind, right? I think the Mankind look that stands the test of time. Obviously, you know, we love the regular, really scary in the boiler room Mankind without the button-up shirt. But the one that sort of stands the test of time to me, the ultimate Mankind would have the button-up shirt, the mask, the missing teeth, the sacco, the belt. Won it in Worcester, Massachusetts.
He's being biased.
I just think, like, you know, if I had one Mankind, it would be either this or the one from the Hell in the Cell. But I think this is more universal.
I agree.
So, as somebody so important to professional wrestling as Mick Foley, Mankind, and for me, this being his best figure or ultimate figure, then this is the one I picked.
Wow. All right, and the fans vote.
And the fans picked what?
Wow.
So they picked this figure twice.
Boom, look at
CM
that. I'll tell you,
Punk.
it means a lot to people, and I
Right.
could see that. I see that translating. So
I mean, CM Punk figure of the year and exclusive of the year.
and you picked him for worst figure of the year.
Well, not the figure. Nothing against the man, just that particular figure. I mean, to me, this screams CM Punk.
Yeah.
He's got his Chicago logos everywhere.
That
The other
part,
one, it's
even
like-
when it came in, when I first saw it, I was shocked that it didn't have the red or white packaging, because like we've really never seen that
Yeah.
True.
from an Ultimate.
So very, very cool, guys. Let us know in the comments what you thought of our votes on social media. If you're looking what we thought the fan votes, and D Freedom with a bonus coming next week of his votes. I can't wait.
Oh my god, deep dive.
Join the community at MajorMarks.com and get access to exclusive content, behind the scenes footage, and become a member of the Major family.
You get bonus episodes on our careers, wrestling figure history, and exclusive interviews with our friends and legends in the business each month.
You also get early access to YouTube videos and, of course, the weekly podcast ad-free and breaking news updates.
Brand new shows featuring
Oh, baby.
and you. Each month, you can interview someone in the wrestling business with the Captain's Log.
Also, buy, sell, and trade in our exclusive Facebook community where people have become friends in real life.
Certain memberships include merch like monthly trading cards and quarterly mystery gifts.
Become a Major Mark and join MajorMarks.com today.